what's going on? What's up? How are we doing? So I forgot to buy a couple potions.
Flipping some burgers.
Yeah.
We're in Hyro's garage.
Hyros, man. Have you seen this movie?
I have.
What do you think?
It was a while ago, but
I liked it.
I thought it was cute.
I wasn't like, oh my god, over it.
No, that was me with like bad memory as like last episode.
Yeah. Bad memories.
I can think of it. Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph. I loved Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph was actually a really good one. Like I thought
mostly for the concept. I mean, like it wasn't necessarily. I still love the story. It was so cute. But the idea that you could just go into a video game and it was like, ugh.
I think that's cool. And then all the video game references were really stellar. I thought you could like
Talk to Taco Man 3000.
I'm an avocado man. Avocado man.
Nice.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so where are you?
We're gonna go back in the city. So the whole point of this level is that there are Heartlesses obviously invading. Everyone has abandoned the city, and it's up to us to save the world.
The Keyblade Heroes 3.
Yeah, that was like an inside. I love how that's like a meta joke because it's like, it's KH3. That's good.
It's good. It's good.
Oh, I was gonna say, I watched what's that emotion movie? The I can't believe I forgot.
The Emoji Movie?
No, this is fiction. It's the one with the
Last
emotions.
Samurai?
No, it's a Disney Pixar movie where basically how people have emotions and how they run through them. Whoa, God, I'm blanking on the name.
Describe it.
Basically, it's an animated movie. It's a Disney Pixar animated movie where basically...
Oh, it's Spider-Man.
No, stop. Oh, God, you're the worst. You make it worse.
Into the Spider-Verse.
You make it worse. By the way, that movie is freaking amazing. Probably one of the best Spider-Man movies ever out there.
And just see it. I don't watch movies. I just like.
You just don't watch any movies.
I don't care anymore.
They're so good.
I don't think you understand how much I've lost. I don't have any more time to do anything fun. I feel like.
Yeah, well, that's just why
I only had the 2 hours I had today. I just decided to play piano, work on my song, and paint.
Oh, which is totally fine. Like my key to happiness, guys. Like a keynote. I don't mean to get too heavy here. The key to happiness is one side note of it is do something fun for yourself. Do something that you enjoy, that is fun for you. For me, it's going out to the movies every Friday.
That's so
I mean, like that's just for me. I go to the movies every Friday, and that's what I do.
No, that's good.
Everyone has something else, but it's a way for you to just live in your own bubble, live in your own world, and do whatever you want to do. For you, it's playing music, making music, right?
Oh,
That's one thing.
That's so.
But it's so good. Mama, no.
Oh, Evans.
But that's my key to happiness is to do something that you love to do, that only you can do, and that only you can appreciate, because everyone's different.
Who do we appreciate?
But yeah, what was I talking about before?
Spider-Man Universe, the Emotion Movie.
The Emoji Movie. No, not the Emoji Movie. It was the Inside Out. That's what it's called. Inside Out.
Okay.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh my god, I think that movie is an underrated masterpiece. I mean, I don't think it's hugely underrated, but like, I instantly fell in love with that movie because that's how I am. Like, that's how I saw the world. It's just like a bunch of emotions like running through people, and I started understanding bipolar people and like a bunch of all that crap. But like, I thought it was interesting. Dude, I don't even know where oh, there it is. I found it. I found the way. Do you find the way?
The way.
Do you find?
Just stop.
Do you know the way? Oh, you know what I wanted to do with you is I wanted to do a meme compilation and review memes.
How
awesome would that be? I saw someone do it on YouTube, but I'm like, how awesome?
I mean, this is literally PewDiePie.
Yeah. Does he do that?
Oh yeah.
He does meme reviews, or like talks about memes and stuff like that, or?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, probably not as dedicated. I mean, he'll just like go to his subreddit and just see what people send him, and it's usually just about him, which is kind of funny.
Well, that's okay. That's not this. I know what you mean though, but like, do you know what I'm talking about with what I want to do though?
I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do something like that.
Let's.
What's the most recent meme you've seen? Because I still don't.
Okay.
I'm still catching up on what memes are, guys. But I think
where's my phone? I saved some dirty ones, I think, but I'm not gonna share those.
No, by all means, just go.
But I guess the one I still love and treasure is the Skyrim meme, where it's just like, you're finally awake.
Hey, you. Yeah, you.
You're
With the
fi-
kid with
Oh.
the kid from Polar Express.
Oh, okay, not even that one. Just the opening to Skyrim, where it's like anything happens and you get hit in the head, or
Yeah.
some skater kid falls off of a building from like trying to skateboard it, and he hits his head and like he's out, and then it's just, or like from his perspective, and then he wakes up, it's all white, and then he's on the carriage. You're finally awake. You got caught in that Imperial ambush, huh?
Oh, I love it. It's so good. I think it's hilarious.
Oh.
Oh.
Let's see if I can go through
So it's funny because like I played Skyrim. I wasn't like, it's kind of like with Lord of the Rings. Like at first I was like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. But it's not until later where I was just like, oh, this is the greatest thing I have ever witnessed in my life. And why is it taking me this long to see this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Ooh. Okay, a lot of these are random ones. I haven't had much time to browse the internets for good ones, but there's this one. I always love the Filthy Frank ones, where it's just like somebody says something really stupid, and then Filthy Frank's just like,
You're trash.
or because Filthy Frank, or as Pink Guy,
Yeah.
he released an album, or like a couple albums, and it's like one of them is like, shut the fuck up, you're a stupid cunt.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what's funny is that I don't think we've ever talked about this in the show, but a big upbringing from my high school life was mindless self-indulgence. Do you know who they are?
Oh, say that again.
Mindless self-indulgence. If you guys
No.
know who mindless self-indulgence is, please. Basically, Confederate racists, like, they have no filter, right? This is why Filthy Frank never, like, when you showed me that, I was just like, I've seen something else that's like, I've heard and seen this way before you have ever, like, maybe before the Filthy Frank thing ever was a thing. And that's because I've realized that it was from mindless self-indulgence. Basically, imagine no filter in music, and it's insane. Like, we're gonna listen to some stuff later.
Okay.
I'll show you. But basically,
I might have heard it actually in my music class.
yeah, like, never wanted to dance with nobody but you. Wanna take nothing from another, used to be bitch.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a good that is why me and my ex-girlfriend got along so well, is because we constantly listen to mindless self-indulgence, because it's like
And I probably never heard of it because of my my very
conservative.
upbringing. Yeah. Like I don't know, just like never. I was in that bubble of whatever as a
Yeah.
kid, and then until I finally went to college, I got brought out of my shell,
Yeah.
and I actually found what like the world was.
Yeah,
which
you
was
didn't-
awesome.
You didn't get to fully immerse yourself in all these amazing things.
But hey, the way I look at it now is like I get to do that now.
Yeah.
So like,
Which is why, like, I want to show you all these things, because you're missing out on so many things. But like, we have our lives. We have the rest of our lives to go.
I mean, you only have 2 years left, but you know,
I mean, like, we'll get there. So
you
we'll
know,
take our time.
things will happen.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Well, I guess this is kind of dirty, but there's this one chick. I think I don't even know her name, but she's looking back, and I think it's a porn. But she's like, "You promise you won't tell anybody?" "Yeah, I promise." "Pinky promise?" "Yeah, I swear." And then it shows the statistics where it's like 64 million views on I think Pornhub or something.
Or something like that?
Yeah. It's just like
Oh, like
So-
like they were gonna record a video or something. Is that the joke?
yeah. So it's like playing with my hot stepsister should be whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't tell anybody, and then like he records it or whatever,
Yeah.
and it gets 64 million views.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, God,
Oh.
that's hilarious.
oh, I liked this one. I think lots of folks assume that they are hated for their sexuality, race, gender, when in reality, everybody's just unlikable cunts.
Oh my God, that's a real thing.
It's like, yeah, you know, it's not you. It's literally, well, it's not. Yeah, it's not like a cult or anything. It's literally just an individual can be a stupid asshole. You know.
Yeah.
That's why, like, you try to just get to know like a person. Don't just judge them.
Yeah.
Like sometimes first-hand experiences, or what is a word? When you meet somebody, first impressions.
Yeah,
first impressions. Those can be impactful.
Very, very impactful.
Let's see the meme database.
The meme database.
Yeah, I haven't saved any
Database.
recently. I mean, there's some heartwarming ones. I suppose I kind of want to read this one. It's a little long, but wait, I can explain. Is like the title of it.
Yeah.
I guess so. Here it goes. The wife came home early and found her husband in their bedroom making love to a very attractive young woman, and was somewhat upset. And she said, "You're a disrespectful pig!" she cried. "How dare you do this to me? A faithful wife, a mother of your children. I'm leaving you. I want a divorce." And the husband replied, "Hang on just a minute, love. So at least can I tell you what happened?" "Fine, go ahead," she sobbed. But there'll be a last words you'll ever say to me. So the husband began.
Yeah.
"Well, I was getting into the car to drive home, and this young lady here asked for a lift. She looked down and so out of I'm sorry, I can't talk today. He said, well, I was getting into the car to drive home, and this young lady here asked me for a lift. She looked down and so out and defenseless, I took pity on her and took her into the car. I noticed that she was thin, poorly dressed, and very dirty. She told me that she hadn't eaten for 3 days. So in my compassion, I brought her home and warmed up the enchiladas I made for last night, the ones you wouldn't eat because you were afraid you'd put on weight. The poor thing devoured them in moments. Since she needed a good clean, I suggested a shower. While she was doing that, I noticed her clothes were very dirty and full of holes, so I threw them away. Then, as she needed new clothes, I gave her the designer jeans that you've had for years, but don't use because you say they're too tight. I also gave her the underwear that was our anniversary present, but you wouldn't use because you don't have good taste. I went down and found the sexy blouse my sister gave you for Christmas, the one you wouldn't wear just to annoy her. I also donated those boots you bought at an expensive boutique and used because someone at work has the same pair." The husband took a quick breath and continued. "She was so grateful for my understanding and help. As I walked her to the door, she turned to me and said with tears in her eyes, 'Please, do you have anything else that your wife doesn't use?'"
What?
You get it?
Oh my god.
Because they're in bed.
Yeah. Wait, I lost most of that thing. So yes, go over it.
So basically, the wife comes home and sees the man, her husband, in bed with like this really pretty, attractive girl, and the husband explains that he found this girl who was like hungry and dirty and like who needed help.
Yeah.
And so he basically gave her food, a shower, and like some fresh clothes.
Yeah.
And then the punchline was that, do you have anything else that you're not like your wife doesn't use? And so.
Oh, so that's
so the punchline is that his wife doesn't. They don't have sex.
I missed that whole thing because I'm trying to focus on that. Wait, so
do you have anything else your wife isn't using?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to blink because I'm trying not to die.
Trying not to die.
But yes, I think I kind of get it. But that's hilarious. That's funny. That's hilarious. Oh, that's kind of sad. Oh, my goodness. Can you imagine? There's gonna be a day when we both have girlfriends, and then we're gonna be doing this, and they're gonna be like, "You guys are fucking stupid."
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why, but I long for that moment where my girlfriend's just gonna be like, "Hey, what the fuck are you guys doing?"
And what if somehow they both come or whatever, and they're both here at the house or like at a place where we're living, and they're just like in the kitchen, and we can just hear them murmuring. They're like, "What the fuck?" Like we start losing it, and they're like, "What the fuck are they doing in there?"
Yeah.
and we're just like, "Oh!"
Just doing the same stupid things. Oh my god.
And we're just like making these really sexual noises, and they're just like, "Oh, this was a bad idea."
Oh dang it.
And then I just get a text that like, "Hey, honey, I have to leave. I'm not coming back."
No, we're gonna go get McDonald's. You guys are being stupid. Oh fuck.
Rock.
Oh, dude. Okay, so I recently found out. I went on Google, on YouTube, and I typed in the history of Filthy Frank, and how he made the transformation from Filthy Frank to Joji, and we kind of talked about this a couple episodes ago, but I didn't know that he was Pink Guy, because I thought that was a completely different person.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, and he just looked different too. Like I don't know why, because like the gimp suit probably like made it look so different. But like, but I just saw his transformation, and someone made a really good video of like, basically how that Pink album or whatever became so widely well received as an album, and Jimmy Fallon, I think, even played it on the show a couple times, or like one time. I forgot what song it was, but it was like, it was a really good. Like, I get why he was like that, but then it kept remind me of like, oh my god, minor self indulgence, and that's just to wrap that up. Like, I'll show you some minor self indulgence later, but some good stuff. Anyway,
Nice. I'm trying to think of other meme formats because most of these are like just random ones. And I feel like I've shown you a bunch of these.
oh yeah, you showed me.
See, I haven't updated my meme category for a while.
Combo move.
Arigato.
This is so cool, man. I just love this. This whole world is like.
I did save one, but it's not that funny. I saved a meme that was basically a picture of the back of a car with the license plate as the chemical equation for glucose. Because the car is basically, you know those Nissan Cubes?
Yeah.
That car, and basically the license plate was a chemical thing for glucose, which is sugar. So the car is a giant sugar cube. And I laughed at it because like I'm learning that stuff again in biology that I have.
That's hilarious.
So the carbon 6 hydrogen whatever H2O type stuff. Yeah, that whole equation.
That's hilarious.
So I was just like, haha, that's funny.
Clever.
Cause like school.
Glucose. Clever.
Yeah, you had us at the first half. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Ooh. I guess I could put up a photo of what my plans are. I was painting earlier today. I think I told you as we were talking early in this episode of how I was just kind of taking a me day for like 2 hours.
Right.
In between like doing homework and editing and stuff like that, and just trying to get a grasp of my life. I got further on my guitar or like my ideas. So like I was practicing painting, but like I finally sketched out and mapped out like how I'm gonna have
Nice.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
So then I'll have at the bottom of the guitar, there's gonna be just a little bit of green. So then he's just the Appa from Avatar: The Last Airbender is gonna be sitting on the grass,
Nice.
and then those are just the clouds at the top. And then whatever you see is like the bridge thing, whatever.
Yeah.
That just has tape on it because I was painting, so that'll get ripped off and it'll look normal. But right now there's just like some wires and
Yeah, and that's just a beater guitar, and it actually played like the tuning pegs. I think need to be replaced, right?
I'm throwing those out. I was gonna get new tuning pegs.
But like it plays fine from when I played it, and you were actually like able to get some decent action off of it.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
and I guess I didn't know that like you can also get 3/4 or like half size strings for those guitars.
Yeah, there's a bunch of strings out there.
So I'll probably get those.
My guitar runs on 7/8. Well, like my guitar, the acoustic Coco one is like it's a 7/8 guitar, and that's like the perfect guitar for any. Look at his little feet. It's adorable.
Nice.
But my Coco guitar you can put full strings on it. Doesn't matter. It's a classical guitar, but you can basically. It's the perfect size. Like a 7/8 guitar is like a perfect size. Like as a beater, you can stand up with it and do
Mariachi
stuff. Mariachi stuff. Because that was my dream, guys. Is to one day do a mariachi band. In the future, we'll do that. But for right now, just gotta do some stuff. Whoa. Okay, so this doesn't hit you from when I saw it, but this is the memory of
Dog
Roxas
Street.
with everyone in Dog Street, and I just love that moment because it's like this is something that is hidden in his memory because Roxas is in there. Oh, and it sucks that it just hits deep because that's what they used to do that every day. So, do you have any traditions with any friends from before we met that like something you guys would always used to do? It was like this is our thing, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure if we talked about this, but my childhood friend, just like a couple houses down, I would always, as a kid, I think it was like around 8 or 9. I stopped hanging out.
I remember we talked the story
Yeah.
about like how you stopped hanging out with him, but was there like a routine thing you guys used to do all the time?
We basically would always walk around the block. So whenever we would hang out, our thing was we just walk around the block.
Yeah.
And basically, for some instead of just like sitting and hanging out, we'd basically just walk around the neighborhood over and over and over,
Right.
and we just talk about whatever. And typically, I would be on like the ripstick because he had a ripstick, and I
Yeah.
learned how to do that, which was like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so once I learned how to do that on the ripstick, then I just did that everywhere while he walked.
Nice.
Oh, and there's like a funny little just thing that this creepy old dude came up to me one time. But I'll say that in a second.
Okay.
And so we'd go around the blocks and we just name houses.
Yeah.
And so like we had a name for each house, and I could probably rattle off about like half to 3/4 of the houses
Yeah.
that are still here. And so that was basically our tradition. Like every once in a while, we'd just go around like after we're done talking or something. We'll just be like, oh, so and so the thems or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's literally one of the names.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's whole backstories to like each of the houses, like Jade the goth chick, and
And those are
there's stories.
those
That
are
I'm
the
not-
types of people that lived in those houses.
Yeah, and like the people that we know, and from the experiences we had, like we hypothesized that one of the houses like had like an older teenager boys, or at the time when I was like 10, almost, yeah, oh god, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When I was that old, like there were 22-year-olds like kind of at the house, kind of going to and fro, with like this big pickup truck. And one time, this dude came back with this girl came over, and she must have not seen the dude, so they must have been boyfriend girlfriend at the time. And she literally hopped up on him like one of those, like, love stories where like she like puts her legs around him, like, you know,
Yeah,
jumps
does all
into his
that.
arms and whatever.
Oh, that
And
reminds me of a
we-
story.
we saw that, we like both lost it, like, oh dude, this dude is getting it tonight. You know, like,
Nice.
What
Nice.
were we gonna say?
There's this YouTube video. I don't know if we can find it. If we can find it, I'll put a link to it. But there's this this person's driving basically, and he pulls up to this old couple, and they're in a bigger truck, and basically he's in a smaller car, and he looks over with his camera, and the guy's like grabbing his there's an older gentleman that's driving, and there's his wife is like, they're really old people. His wife is next to him, and he grabs her foot and he shoves it in his mouth. And then the guy that's videotaping is just like, what the fuck? and then he's just like, hey, what are you guys doing? And then he puts the foot down, and he's just like, mind your own business, and then he drives away. I gotta see if I can find this video, but I don't know why just talking about all this stuff just made me think of that.
Nice.
It shoves his wife's foot in his mouth. It's just, I don't know what was he trying to do? There's so many questions.
The power of Christ compels you.
There's so many questions, dude. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, as I was saying, like when I was in the ripsticks, I guess it's not funny to that, but when we'd go around the block, and I was on the ripstick, this old creepy dude, like that was like one of the neighbor guys, and he walks up to us like real creepy, and like we're just like kind of looking at each other as we keep kind of walking, and I'm ripsticking along,
Yeah.
and then he kind of looks up and he like lifts his chin really high, and then he's like, and he like directs the quote at me, and he's just like, "You must have legs of steel."
What? He said that to you?
Or not like that, but yeah.
It's really creepy.
It's like, you must have legs of steel. Because like we would go round and round and round, and I'm just on this ripstick, just like paddling away with my legs. And I'm just like,
Nice.
okay. And then we just kind of like scoot along like, really quickly.
Nice.
Uh.
Forgive me since I have lost. I don't have the map. Well, I don't think I need the map, but I'm trying to. I need to find a.
We'll cut to when we need to.
See
you in a bit. Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Nice.
We good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
So yeah, it took a while, but for here, I think it's because like I was supposed to be on the ground for like 2 more minutes, and then Hero comes up and he's like, "Hey, I marked a thing on your map."
Yeah.
All right, cool, guy.
What map?
I did that like 30 minutes ago, but like, cool, whatever. Anyway, crazy funny things are happening in our lives. Like I mentioned in Twilight Princess, I'm no longer a musician since I no longer have money for anything. I invested all my money into not all my money into my business, but like I invested a lot of things, and I basically am not making as much money as in my current job anyway, because I'm not a manager, so I'm just like a crew member. I mean, it's still the best pay I could like still have. But that's basically my thing. I had to sell everything, and I'm waiting for the day, and I'm longing for the day where my business finally takes off, and I can't wait to tell the story where I went from hitting rock bottom to pulling myself out of the pit and actually becoming something when no one believed in me. So I think that's a story I'm waiting to tell. But we're in the middle part. We're waiting.
Are
to
you
see.
waiting for me to not believe in you?
I know. I'm like I like when people say like I believe in you. It's nice. Because you know what my parents
feel
were
like
like.
if I say it right now, it just won't be as sincere.
Oh no, it won't. But like, I love how like when I was telling my sister, and she's just like, "You're a fucking idiot. Like, just get a better job." And it's like it's not that simple. And it's not like I haven't found or looked for a better job. I've just been working really hard at my current job, where I'm now a chef cook. I started on the line, and I finally got all the raises that I could from. You basically get a raise from doing anything. Working the front position. Every time you learn a station, you get a raise, right?
Ooh, nice.
So, I finally got all that. And the thing is, it's just that I wasn't committed to my job because I thought my business was going to take off sooner, and I thought I was going to not have to work anymore, But slow gratification, it's going to take a little bit longer, and that's fine. It took some guy took 2 years for his business to run, but now he's making $45,000 a month. So it's like, can you imagine how your life would be so different? I know what I would do with all that money, but like, it takes time. Essentially, is what I'm trying to say. But basically,
It's like $2.
exactly. So basically, now that I'm working on focusing more on my job, I'm getting, I'm being put in other situations where I'm making more money in my job and I'm focusing more on it. But my time is like of having fun and stuff like that. This is it. Like this is what I look forward to the most out of my whole week is like coming here.
Oh my God.
It's the best. And coming here, and just like playing a couple games with you. Like this is like the best. It's like at home. It's like I'm just focusing on how am I gonna eat tomorrow. I have $5. What am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I'm in that predicament because obviously I live with my sister who just. She loves me, but at the same time, she doesn't understand, and she doesn't care to understand, which is one of my biggest pet peeves. Is like when people don't take the time to understand what's going on with you, and they just make assumptions. It's really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Because then we get nowhere.
We get nowhere.
How much time we got left?
We got like 40 seconds, but I'm gonna extend it just a teeny weensy bit. Let's see what's going on with this. Like, what is this?
So there's these nanobots from the movies. I believe they're from Big Hero 6, the movie, but
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I kind of remember it.
I believe from what they were explaining that these are the nanobots, and they basically are just like trying to delete stuff. So now I have to defeat it somehow.
But it doesn't have a health bar.
It should show up. With
Are you gonna get swallowed up inside?
No, I have to I have to fight it
Do you have
somehow.
to use magic? Your magic bar is getting depleted. Why is that?
Because I can't even target it. Because I was supposed to wait for the stupid cutscene to happen first, and then I can fight it. It's kind of ridiculous.
Ooh.
But yeah. What do you think of this world? We're actually fighting in a city. Like, I mean, you haven't played Kingdom Hearts before, but this is unheard of. Like the closest thing we ever got to this was a little town called Traverse Town, which was like the forefront of your main HUD in Kingdom Hearts 1, where like that's where you go to get your updates to like talk to your crew and progress the story and everything. For us, it's Twilight Town in this game. But this is crazy that this is a massive town, and we get to explore it. It's cool. Oh, crazy stuff. But yeah,
I
now
think
we
it's
can.
cool.
Yeah. So every single one of them, I think, gets captured by one of these nanobots, and we have to go and free him up. We won't have time for that, but yeah, Wasabi's getting his butt kicked like pretty bad. I want to leave off on this topic though. Let's see. Oh, I made a new bird. I made a new bird for our channel.
Oh, yes. We'll stick it up here.
We'll stick it in the thing. So, I want to on Saturdays and Sundays. If I'm not doing anything, I'll probably make another bird. And I want to just keep making tons of like these little tiny little birds and look into animation so I can like figure out how to do some more animation stuff.
Uh-huh.
But essentially, guys, we're gonna have a new host with us as well. We gotta think of a name for her. But this is a sneak peek of eventually we're gonna have an anime girl
What if it's like some
as a host.
some like old like 70-year-old lady name?
Gladys, or like
Deborah.
Deborah. Oh God! No, it can't be like that. We'll call her.
Sonny.
Oh, I remember. Do you remember the war, Henry? You idiot! Where are you,
George.
Get my clavicles. Oh, I need to go get my spider veins massaged. It's almost there.
It's almost there.
Alright guys, it's been fun. Make sure to please like, comment, and subscribe if you liked our stuff. Follow us on Twitter to ask us any questions, because then our new host is going to actually answer these questions for you. Or actually, you know, ask us questions so we can
Oh, and if you've
answer
made
them.
it this far in the video, leave a comment down below saying what your favorite type of mac and cheese is. Because I know it's a little random,
Yeah, but please explain.
but well, I mean, okay, we always seem to have like the white cheddar ones, or like my mom kept getting those, and we have those in the cupboard, but I don't really like those. I'd rather just have like the plain cheese one, like the plain cheddar ones.
Yeah.
Not the white cheddar, whatever.
Because
it
there's
is.
triple white cheddar, there's white cheddar, or triple cheddar, white cheddar, and then there's the regular one, and then there's other like thicker cheddar, thick
Yeah.
and creamy. I like the.
I just like the regular stuff. But leave a comment below if you have like a specific type of
I like thick
pasta
and
noodles or whatever.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
like. All right, let's
Oh gosh! Oh gosh!
roll the outro.
Roll the
We'll see ya.
outro.